Welcome to Spiritual Nuggets podcast, where you have the opportunity to enjoy His presence in miniature portions. These are not oversized, repetitive expressions that lose their value. They are nuggets, larger than a crumb, yet small enough for you to enjoy in a single sitting. So, take a moment to listen and let these nuggets feed your soul. Diets are one of the most widely discussed and advertised phenomenon throughout our daily life journey. Like children on a seesaw or bread in a toaster, diets are a series of ups and downs. Symbolically, diets may resemble war enemies involved in a vicious battle. The conflict constantly rages between what is more beneficial for your physical and mental well-being and what is more pleasurable. During our daily lives, we throw out tons of unnecessary and useless trash, garbage, and other debris. So why not apply this to our daily diet? The cliche, garbage in, garbage out, applies to physical, mental, and spiritual well-being. Episode 11 leads you to a diet that guarantees lofty progress in achieving physical and emotional health. There are no pills, no stomach-starving meals, and no expensive fitness or personal trainer fees. It gets 2 thumbs up of approval by me. How to choose the diet that guarantees life-changing results. Unless you live on a deserted island, you've seen or heard at least one commercial or advertisement for a weight loss diet. To date, there are 9 listed among the most popular, but the list goes well beyond these. The operative word for each of these plans, heralding wholesome, physical choices of veggies, fruit, salads, meat, and consumption of lots of fresh water, is diet. Merriam-Webster defines diet as food or drink regularly consumed by people or other organisms for basic nourishment. Individual choices made in consuming food and drink can be either healthy or not so much. The proverbial saying, "You are what you eat," reflects the notion that eating good food will lead to fitness and health. Equally important to your physical health is a healthy mind-soul companion. Primary to our social development is having a healthy mind to direct our lives. Given this information, the purpose of a diet should also illuminate the concept of a healthy diet for the soul. An unhealthy mind diet opens the door to the symptoms of mental suicide, which include depression, fear, guilt, illogical thinking, and other types of destructive behaviors. The cliche, garbage in, garbage out, moves to the top of the chart when it comes to monitoring what you feed your mind. For example, recently, a list of what people perceive to be the scariest film endings were published online. I read some of the comments, and they were repetitive in their emotional conclusions of fear. This scene scared the bejeebers out of me. I never forgot it. I still remember this one scene. I was so scared I couldn't sleep for days after watching it. I was scared to turn off the lights after watching this scene. Movies of this type generate fear, alarm, panic, and fright. Negative thoughts crawl into your mind and make a home in your soul for an extended time. They diminish or eliminate the possibilities that could flourish within a strong, sound, vigorous, healthy mind. This variety of thoughts perverts the benefit of short-term healthy fear which arises in the presence or anticipation of danger to move toward avoidance. My neighbor watches the news throughout the day. Nothing she speaks about generates positive energy. Imagining listening to someone repeat line by line the negative comments made by others concerning politics, other individuals, or other topics. They are toxic, unwholesome, and destructive to a healthy mental diet. You become like the company you keep is one of the other common cliches proclaimed by professional speakers. Jails and prisons are filled with people who will corroborate this statement. On the other side of this reality is the relationship between Jonathan and David, one of the purest and most famous friendships in biblical history, or the devotion between Ruth, the Moabite, and her mother-in-law, Naomi. It's not easy digesting a nutritious diet for your mind, given the amount of shrapnel-like fragments of stimuli that seem to overwhelm us daily. But there is a mind-soul diet guaranteed to be beneficial every time you digest it. First, change your mind diet, refresh, like your computer screen, and restore or repair it with healthy thoughts, words, and people. Next, add the following list of wholesome things to become part of your regular mind diet and lifestyle: truth, honor, inspiration, joy, just, moral, unpolluted, splendid, admirable, laudable, praiseworthy. Finally, it will only hurt for a short time when you disengage from your usual exposure to a toxic mind diet. Television, newspapers, and radio are not your friends. There is no contradiction between a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a healthy life. Why not take the steps to renew your mind with a diet that leads to the abundant path God has chosen for you?